Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the sexual category of the 6 core needs. And this one is really important. We are sexual beings, and it's a deep desire and necessity for us to find sexual satisfaction. And today I want to talk about how to get your sexual needs met if you're single and if you're in a relationship, and the things you can do to really address this core need. Now, the one thing I want to stress is there's nothing wrong with sexuality. It's totally good, it's totally normal, and it's part of being human. I think too many people try to separate this and look at it as something bad, but it's not. Sex is like hunger. It's something that we need, and there are healthy options and unhealthy options. So if you think of hunger as in food, you can choose food that's not good for you, or you can choose food that is good for you. And the key here is being able to choose the things that are good for you, especially when it comes to your sexual appetite. So here's what I'm going to recommend. Here are a couple of tips to help you. First of all, if you're in a relationship, I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier for you to quit porn, quit masturbation, because you can have amazing sex and get your sex needs met through your partner. And here's the thing, if there's an issue there, a roadblock, go to therapy, get help, and work through your relationship issues so that you guys are having amazing sex and you're getting satisfied, and then you don't need to go and get satisfaction from anything else. Now, the important thing, though, is that you still continue to quit porn and masturbation if you're in a relationship, because it'll help you focus your energy more on your partner instead of having all this bombardment of pleasure and training your mind to wander elsewhere for pleasure. You really want to get good at getting pleasure from your partner, getting your sexual needs met there, and there are so many ways you can do that. So that's basically the easy way out, is have an amazing relationship with phenomenal sex, right? If you're single, it's a little trickier, but not much harder. If you're single, what you want to focus on is managing your sexual appetite, because the more you feed your sexual appetite, the hungrier and bigger it grows. Going back to that story of the 2 wolves, the one you feed is the one that wins. So what you want to do is you want to really take action on all of the other core needs in your life: the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the intellectual. You really want to action those things and find satisfaction there, because that will help you manage your sexual appetite, because it's all about management when you're single. You can manage your sexual appetite so it's not insanely taking over your whole life. By eliminating porn, eliminating masturbation, you bring down and make it easier for you to manage your sexual desires, because if you feed into those sexual desires, there's no limit as to how strong it can grow. And if you continue to watch porn, continue to masturbate, you're just setting the level really high, and then it's like unmanageable. So eliminate those things, gradually brings you back down so that you can manage it at this level. Plus, you take care of all your other core needs, and now your whole sexual appetite is at this level that's like doable. You can live life normally, right? And this is totally possible. Another way you can notice this is like when you do go on a streak, like 10 days or more, you notice that you actually don't even really think about sex that much. It doesn't really come up. But the moment you reset and you relapse, then for days after, all you can think about is sex, and you just need more and more and more. So there's a great example of this. So being single is all about management. And I want to give you the example of Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie Pumping Iron, where he takes, he talks about he's at the gym pumping iron, and it's better than coming. It's like better than an orgasm. And it's just like the funniest meme. I'm going to try and find it and put it here. But he just goes off about how he doesn't even need like sex. He just wants to work out. And that is an example of addressing one of your core needs and finding satisfaction there can actually charge you up sexually and make you feel satisfied, so you're not dependent on sexual release as much.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym, is the pump. And it feels different. It feels fantastic. It's as satisfying to me as coming is, as having sex with a woman and coming. So can you believe how much I am in heaven? I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people, I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, you know, I'm in heaven.
It relieves some of that tension. And again, this is what I call, in my opinion, sexual transmutation, where there's two ways. Sexual transmutation coming in, so all energy from the world comes into you and you feel sexually satisfied by it. The beauty of nature, the beauty of creativity, of art. You can soak all this up and it can kind of fill you up sexually. Even relationships, friendships, socializing, flirting, all this energy that's out there, you really take it in, you soak it up, and it satisfies you on a sexual level. The misinterpretation of sex is that it always has to be something physical and always has to end in an orgasm, and that's not true. You can find sexual satisfaction in more than just the physical sexual act. Harness the energy and the momentum that you're going to be going through as a single person practicing no porn, no masturbation. You're going to have so much energy and such a charge, zeal, confidence. Use that to get yourself into a meaningful relationship with somebody that you care about, somebody that you love, maybe somebody that you want to marry, and then you move into that relationship mode where you're having amazing sex. Everything worked out in the end, didn't it? So that's kind of the direction that I recommend for both single people and for people in relationships to get their sexual needs met. So you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be satisfied. And if you work on these things and you work on all the 6 core needs, you're going to get to that point where things are going really well, things are manageable, and you are getting satisfied and moving in a direction that's going to eventually work in your favor. And you're going to have, healthy, fulfilled, satisfied, rewarding life. Now, I want to give you a couple of quick additional tips. And these are things you can do to quickly get satisfaction, and it doesn't have to be through sex. And what these things are is obviously taking action. Think of action as medicine. Take action on your 6 core needs and find satisfaction there. Practice purity of thought. Again, that goes back to the no arousal. So by practicing having just a pure thoughts, innocent eyes, not looking at everything sexually, that is actually going to help you big time with managing it. Get intimate with somebody, and what I mean by that is just open up and be vulnerable and not have like this protective armor on all the time, which is what most people have in this world. Like everybody's protecting themselves, right? But if you can just take off your armor and just be open, be honest, be authentic, and just let people in, that can have a huge impact and actually fill you up. Try and touch often. So whether it's like a hug, you could also take, what I recommend in a different training is take Swedish massage, because that is like a touching therapy, and it really helps to like release oxytocin, serotonin, so you can actually feel full without having sex. Get creative, do something creative. There's so much in this world that you can see and do, and I feel like if you've made it this far through this training, you're starting to get glimpses of that where, things just feel good and you're just getting your tanks filled up through simple little things like music, enjoying nature, taking action on things that you're passionate about. All of those things are going to fill you up, and everything is connected as far as those 6 core needs. So when you're getting filled up in some areas, it's also naturally going to fill up your sexual tank as well. So take care of all that. Try those tips, and if you have any other questions, just comment them below. And other than that, I think that covers everything about the 6 core needs and the very deep training for each one of those. And I've tried to do my best to give you actions for each one. So if you haven't, go back and watch those other videos on the 6 core needs. Make sure you put in your calendar what you're going to do to address each one of your core needs and improve your score. That is the name of the game. If you can do that, you're going to have no problem with this 30-day challenge. And other than that, we're going to move into some more technical training next. I think we're done with the 6 core needs for now. And I've got some awesome new material coming out in the next couple of days. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you in the next video.